No wonder. No wonder because. What's it?
This is me there, me kwana.
Oh, there be some me can dey see yankrofo ehu na make. Chief Bani na aye. So yeah na me so say
one can say research actually say yes see research actually say say can say me drum ma sem so a.
Yes.
Utintim mu kan ye pa.
Say am I vulnerable wahu. Emma so any abodi a emmere. Nti ne say mema yetumi so mu na omu gina omo nan so. Okay. Na secondly me ya wo meto mamu. Emma nan edikan. Okay. Na me buy no ba send machi.
Okay. To the okan buy ba me dem kan dia chief.
Oh, there be who say me be there na make. But chief there na okan ye no. Efia ko to ma che wate.
Ya go bra mi.
Say eka no for chief ban ani age papa. Efia so wa wani tia. So wa hu. Aha efia so chief nye yi ne ma wa ma me hu. Wo na breast exam we ma no.
My screening dada.
My screening. Enya nwa. Efia screening no. They go pa. O se be person komo no. Na honorable Tatos Glove ampe.
Yeah, te he na me hu de ompe.
Honorable do no.
Me na wo se woni je ho.
Honorable do no.
Adi ofelize dey.
Honorable do nye screening kwa make up nyina onimu.
O de edru ha no bisa ma
me na woni ni bonko ba. Me ya make agency me na me ya made.
Oh, wa sa ho.
Check my day.
Oh, I see.
Religiously.
Religious sir.
I like that.
Me na me check my
day. O check here no, o check here no aye.
Oh, me check here na kwanda won wende.
So ho e na me kan. Me na me kan ya. Ma wo de ampa. Wa go ho ka. Yo, into to me na bribi ape. E say no ye be ye man ye be ye timetable amamo. Screening no ye say no 1 month ye be na 3 days. What ya say say dey no mo be ko. Ye yere no mo no mo hya no so pa. Na ya de ya se me kwabena. Odwaro kram tu ko screen wo adwae na se masa ho ne nye wo ho.
Only three idea we be dey.
Baby ah.
Baby ah. Once I register no dey wa register.
Ene na ya wi o.
Ya register cry ya.
Na we register. Ene asam kase pa na wo ho no. Awie ene ya hye me na bedwafo di nkomo na kra ma introduce om kra dada. Chief Bani aye deputy organizer de ma Andy Samayoko no wo me nchen e wa ha. Na fe no nya for titles Glover wono so nkane tama east na hye bedwani wono so e wa ha na fe yaw asanita no wono so LP Jamayoko no wono ene yom twetwefo panin wono so e wa ha organizer don't for me some function wono e organizer de ma LPG party no akmalu party no no na wo mu ntia bidwafo de mama makwa be ne de no for start here say ehunu so bia tumi ye screen e de ene na ye kɔ ne tew prekope me enfo be sima mienu ankasa enfa sa towin kan hye bia e kan sanke de beba na ubo na ka ni si bebia se kura de entante papa but some time back no da be cha ne se yesi cars na ka bia ko wura ka bia se sense na ka we asa isi wo na ka we asa isi wo na ka we asa isi wo I didn't also say yenya so mine si say ka say e sense jowlu he ya na no pe gbran trailer si wo no bi dia be boom eno na e wo ho na ye hwe no pe ya trailer na isi wo no reflector bia ni ho sign bia ni wo che say wa ye yi kwan fifi nti we ohu ye no na ye too late o de ko hye wo se kurudu na kopone di no ho afofi anka bia obetumi afoma hwere ne nkwa ene ensama ho dress so nti yemfa be sima be mienu na me asa me bi na yen kasa enfa no na yen hwe nti bi nhyɛ se fi yaw so se ede na also say se ye so man sa compulsory towing ayi na ye de ba ya politics nti ye kan wo sam ye no e bra so say ye ya na
aja medase na menchia mempan fa me no mo hye ma honorable me quite Tatos Glover and me man Pablo Nixon Chief Bani aja
yes sir
me kan na machia Ghana police for nyina de omo yama o man Ghana na machia da kuma police for nyina ne agbasi sebekfia o wa belempe of course me remfi me ankasa me leader the incoming president his excellency Percy Vakufia Palu our leader and founder of the Liberal Party of Ghana. Aja ekamenko ankan this particular towing system. Am I ndwen ho kura pose ye de beba. say all the bola tax chef room I will agree in the sense say you per se or minimum ethic and say you per se you reduce accident or memoir and yet towing system we are composite towing levy our mode babe ebe since and council apart from the taxes be brave you who ano me feel say enye we and ebe see can kwanhia ano in the sense say first of all no me betumi amano kan kwanhia abrasi Ghana ha no eye clear da ye nyina ye nim ba ko ne say reflectors wo ya kwan so ye behwe se ba bia se ye de reflectors efenfam no ye de befenfam ho o drive a o behwe some of the median last mechanical ha ofi circle all the barber senior twem wo mo ha udru Aveno Junction footbridge no a sa median na wo ho na wo de ba mo area ha no they supposed to be reflectors but e be ni ho so ofi ha so eko now depot all branch afa down
ho na
akwa sa ho no kakra no they supposed to be reflectors bibia sa ni ho in fact reflectors ni ade bako a yet lacking within our road network across the country. It is improve on the reflectors. A bebwa ama accident so ati proper reflective materials. And ye fake was a chinakwana feed. 2. Say a bet me ama accidents so abra a former. And when he pass ye baby ya kwenu titru ya quantum ponke sia a war or memo hangina. Dualization as some American because most of the accidents now say head-on collisions and the cars are young years to say a packet of council articulators are a cell of council 90 a ma sa a can quenchie a tree and when he has a sank a road network properly and I ye dualization power and can me fan says me and safe in Krahane Kukumasi now articulated track back I say is a fan baby. The possibilities of being noticed earlier no in fact it is the most important step as you taking in reducing accident say you be bad by your kwan na e kwan so yenya kwan ya best stand at the test of time say kwan mu odin he said ye tema motorway we here no free ho e ho hia pa so say drivers are more cancer cars akese no ye benye toll free number be of course you say 191 ewo ho any 18555 ewo ho any other numbers but ye here number and a fire service for so 192 almost wo ho ye here number bia ye betumi afrea in 10 terms asumasi ejak anaso obentin bi ka esi ekwanche ha nti the appropriate quarters no omumra meto in that manner no we need a private towing system, not as a towing a year. Yedi be lampu yenyina to the extent say unconscious ubetuya. Yembisi ya say afeba akumuno. Trucks are hindered say si ye kwansana se bosom bakum. Trucks are hindered since ye quantum pono so akrofo ko hyase. Yenim say si de. Ba yenye sa statistics no. Yen just supposed to say anya bia etua sa 20 pesos na 10 pesos no. Enya pobi na ye boy man krofo bi enya skakeke. Me that is one of my thing. And so lastly no. Ye make sure say a driver for nyina irrespective. Obia ne a hyen a walk no. Ese se unya ade a efe no warning triangle. Na baby a wo display no so no. It should be told to us. Of course, many of us know how many meters and answer whatever it is.
Yeah.
Would see, but the but most important, see warning triangle. Now we see a chire. Bema obia who say danger be ewo. Now the traditional method so magic. Even though we did warning triangle, na see one. Now say depend on baby a car. What you mean be so aguha. I might actually say traditional versus emphasis technology. Say bibi ewo yanim. And no ebeboa. But Uber tax me see talk tax GG. Sir, the same thing as I did in Babaye. And for you to be able to recoup so-called a towing levy, either say call talk tax and I say call the so-called new sign taxes. Yeah, bread do. We can do so much to have so much money in the system. As Dr. Baumia said, and yes, towing levy way and a bema accident abra as.
Okay, may that see. and then also the kakra dia asoso na chibani ususu say ye betumi an sam na ye ya okwan bi so betumi aboa se binya to winka ye ya na to afiri ho government na say na say private sector bi na say din huurum say na be betumi aboa na akwahye betumi abrafo
ejame da with us ma me fa Africa si do na mincha wahwefo na mincha pen fa me ho hia wa na me bo awo na uyi TV crew nyina ho na abado
that's it
na sabi wotum de ofri bi to bi wodi dem dwume na wotun safre he ma yen so ye ba na ye be kire he na adwen no kwasem yin de manyimi nua asane nya adwen sentin there yeah
chief
me san understand the position in a way because it take nika seminar and onyaja why should I pay attention to it na hwehwemu kire there road safety one researcher offer akwanhia ho wo mayim a wo de tugwa no 11% 11% of the accidents no oba, especially on your highways in Adam, is due to the fact that vehicles are what say another way you or abandoned one or Quanado. And because of the fact that what abandoned one or Quanado, them no so create accident when you do no wo. Say you do a wo na say 11%. Name there. 11% no or avoidable because or your cars are what say sikwa ho another kwenhia we abandon no da ho na obi so nam no be vie na be time the transport company recopum prime we ko rei manyimpa dodo ewu na nansen ahon anyim ha na ade nyina ebisi ade now Center for Transport Security Dialogue me president ye hwehwemu a ye da ba no o kire de that 11% or avoidable there. No, or the Omangana. You know, it's not for. Now, yes, LI 2180 now or regulate transporting. Section 102 to 105. Or what na towing problem no. And I'm sure that is what has informed Munyas and any decision. No Sunday. Mesima preocupe about the other charge be riba. Na charge no obaba no towing service bi na obenya kesa owom road safety MTTD finance ministry and DVLA awon so na wo chefa wo benya awon on so I think that about 15% or so they had to share among them either 10 or 15 I have to be sure of that na eja.
Yes, sir.
The fact of the matter is that we need to look at the 102, 105 and how I be implementing. In a sense there, say ye bebo emu na ye hu kwana ye ba fada. Nyimpa horo wo qualify. Onye there ye di enyi besi obi ni hu there onyimpa koro na oye adwuma na adam na mmom enwon na ahon so obotum wa qualify na wo capacity. That's the word. Because just here the more there cars to fuma koto
mean to me
na uto yinka na ya la chana 1 or 2 kwanara koto ana onu so break down naturally compound problems and first of all we look at those who have the capacity now afinu ye decide there how are we regulating them in terms of finances no baban. How are we doing it?
Yeah.
Coupled with insurance and we have to sit down and look at it. In fact, the kind of transport ministry recently a program maritime. Them civil society organizations they are into transport. We had to register. The team will cry, we go share one. I'm sure it has to do with fog light introduction. Be what's what the way lighting and what I think the road safety. Transport ministry or the woman yet na phone na ye engage thoroughly ni ye hwem ni ye hu kwana ye ba fadra amanfo be chradwe na amanfo in the sense that one wo di them in them ye chiri na omanfo ni nyinara be chradwe na ya fa kwan bi dra ye botum ya implement the maji orders of people because we need to implement it but obviously not the way I started first one. No. But we need to review that whole thing. No. Now, you to me, I implemented the model. Now, 11% of those people who are dying, we are talking about thousands of people. Who are who through road? It's more than coronavirus. A lot of people, over 4,000, and if them 11% you able to me ye free why not today be the man as any free now innocent people and other people argue that what do you call me and metuan ebi ano nya me card we go nya accident na health insurance ncha nya ye tuan no nya won obi etua on yarda and you know it needs a lot of education and na all the pro you engage almost all the regions na them discussion okodo man crofo so kire ho adwen transport groups are wo in one offer cars are wo in one owners of vehicles are wo bia de na dream ba ni na ye ba at a common ground adam ground so obotu mo help here near them introduction na wa bo hen because every life matter in this country. I mean my professional position on this matter on him.
Me da say Chief Bani Minia ovie ka asemu ya na yere kan yo to win dem yenya ne dan
yo agora da se mechia wa hwefo nyina no bayin enkonka kofar bay yenu am planning was kwame despite and me senior in the same house or would see me kaipa no mpekasa na your house wona ye kopobo ba ne ye arguments na ogina ho din na ohwe senior and the so for example very reserved quiet person me chano papa ene yakrama hey
momo no mayo
me friend
ya ade wetu kwa
o se me kan kire mu se munye momo megu mi phone so mame na me fan sign no still amunye
she's on leave.
Oh, okay. Oh, na momo no our country man.
But me say momo da dey ni ha some nya momo aba. O dey ba there 10,000, 20,000, 15,000 am there ba.
I'm tier no. Oh, you ma abiti wo.
O dey momo no aye pa. Ni ya dey ye. Mo nya na mo fam na mo ya che.
E dey je kwabra wan kasa so ye chia wo. Ene wa pam fo nyina wo studio ha. Adwuma pa mo de sum Ghana man. Tuesday squad dey ye ba dey onze nsem dey ye be pese mu yi. Ama hwefo nyina atim senia ese kono emze mechia menuano mkosuso yawo ene ya kunta chief wona brubru nsem no mukakra na meka say I'm privileged ninti asene say I was a former deputy minister for transport. Okay. Na ebria na me call office on the 14th of April 2017 and chebia na sensem sewi a picture nim and there was a whole discussion and Jesse driver for some muntiase and then I had say service yedi be how na they don't want it. In fact it is so topical minister any minister no wafa any driver unions so we're trying to engage at a point in time when that parliament regulation act no you know 2180 no na e pese ye nsakramu kakra said ya say na manfu ewu wo kwan so no
redoso
anu be say den abrase na ubehu say kabie city say wo say jowle ye chire esi wa info bia police service omo ni to inga anga baby anga esi ya de maso afrika na so na kwano enda ho na ye nyina na ye nam so sa na ye roko ba ye bejesi ho na ekum nipa ebia kwano so ye nam kwada baby kwa na sai unze sa sport we na accident na si ho no na chese eya honte in the NDC time and I'm sorry, he told you no person with it was a good idea. And you be shy.
Bill.
Wow, and it was younger, but the way the public and the transport people, because Kaka cry about 20. You can't want some. You sure one I couldn't depend on free quanos or now, Jacobra?
Yes, sir.
Na me free in crime. Me tra kasa trasako. Me di mani echere motorway to no. E won kran side ho no. Wo hwe wo nsani fa so say ya. Wo bo trucks ni bia na ya kradia ba. Heavy duty machinery. I see nwure no mo. I say. I say. Meanwhile, yenya ye hunti ase. Se semfidi esi kwan so a nipa ewu na de ade nyina no ye be sort meti e de amaye. Chief any yaw eke bibi about education. For me support say sa de no yensam fa bra. Because wo why you careful wo na nkwan so wo kono na sabi obi a ohun dia oye na wo jade fidi e de si kwan so wo anhwe wa ko hwe wo na wo wo da wo ye no ba kwa sa politics no yedi ba me pe ba mo ka bibi say wo see here den ye ni amanfo enya e kasa we need to do advocacy we need to do education na ye nyante ase ni say ade a ye sabi e to kakra wo tua no eni nkire say wo se wo sika but dachi wo bi e wo nim a wo pese wo bo ho banti ena ye to sa ka wo kakaka na wo de save wo e wo and to me the meaning we are doing see we see your mamanfo especially the drivers GPI2 cooperative progressive phone and they are doing now we need to engage them we should be ni fidi odi na mkwane so na whether he has road body certificate you can even marvel you even marvel
so
na was saying esi kwane so na they and you was here na eden e di amanfo e kasa afa so a net topic now ebe canon about unemployment as the biggest challenge. Ejuma way, yes, ye hwe so yi a, ni ye biemu a, ejuma ni be bakromo no, e dress papa. Look at the length and breadth of this country.
What their boy unemployment no preko.
Agra, ejuma way, yes, ye biemu because discussion ye nyai in the ministry na pese ye de nyina no. O kan fidi nyina ediba. Every city, every town they are creating employment ewo obia woni in the shares a wo ye adwuma no wo ye be recruit youth bi e di akọ.
The problem is that the way are now over disbursing a friend and Sikano if a bill name that's why I said the 102 105 on or check kwana percentages are over fana specifically also the ni pobe ye to ye no ono be fa a certain amount ni Morocco state no ho na ye chiche me da ma like I said the MTTD DVLA police was about I think 15% or 10%. It's a fine idea. Let's go to the drawing table, revisit how because you see,
I think it will have allowed me to finish even though the interjection is solid. And
you know why I'm doing that? Sorry, because as Obia Yedi transport, when I'm happy there was a former transport minister, you know, and I made the transport numu tentem ye nhwehwemuko. It's not only road, air, sea. I'm interested. In fact, we have been doing advocacy
for
them before them angry labor. But them advocacy we are looking at the them repaying to on why
advocacy
the China sort as no the nanu tuma exactly. That's why
I'm ever ready to support my in-law.
I dissent.
I'm ever ready.
You dissent.
Yes.
I'm ever ready to support. Bibia Eddie Oman Kanko.
Of course.
We are all to support it, regardless of our differences politically. Now, commencing American.
Yes, sir.
Every baby, and you man, Eddie Bebe Chromo.
That's true.
because if you are bere nyina no ye ma police for bi omo mango bako bi in some of the districts omo big trucks towing trucks bia ye di ma omo no omo fa yi frequent as a way of piloting
heavy duty
equipment towing machines as a way of piloting eduma na ye na ade eno so ekwan no so a na ye fa so no they are going to provide a very today motorcycles in your direction ye nam krom wo nyina o te say you say accident dey baby a omo kita Motorola you only say be free center no wo fra ni towing car no heading no be you know the free
say the ambulance wo
absolutely what is saying na kwanu so nyina baby a dangerous kwanu so baby a won say ha dangerous pa e bia kan ani wo na de na they compel state agency say road safety if any say natural urban roads and highways they say motorways we say na edu na kan ani dundu na de no they compel highways authority as part of engineering no make sure say kania e wo kwanu so na de to avoid accident na and the American say this policy am dey say e cyber bill na ye engage ye ni ehun gbonkomo ni ye nkasa na the papa bi ewo mu no ni ye mfa because e de djuma e de bebe krom e be so amanfo wo basabasa esi wo kwanu za na de yan ye be nye de free ho wo hwe moto there are prominent people who have died out of these accidents yes ye bobodia innocently have died because of reckless if it is a parking of accident vehicles and what kwanu za de nyina when we made say you be share your drivers unions for the ni no monkasa tu abibi kakra the fact say would try insurance you know e bia wonya mfaso immediately but enkwana wo bebo kumban no enu ene e da yakoma so a ye pese ye hwe na ye ka hwasam nti kamera
tv tawansa na ona beto as job no franka
I know aka no wa ka say e be fa mabunu bebre ababe ya adwuma bebi say bebi e be ko bia mabunu na na be yes adwuma
no you sure sanka more submission on the job issue
but also until the we are you be san around
me ngin to enye sesika ye betu ye nti ohun ye nya start stade we ya said ye yakwan mo gu ho a egu ho sa na be the first point of call any see be bie yakwan mo na ayebia na honorable can say ye be ma police for bi yeah, the basis vantage point no man. The ownership of the private person is more than what the government is earning.
Sure.
The government is the biggest spender. Adentina abana nkwasa emfanto ne ho so. Na on to sa mfidie mba na sa wo de to me taxes so a eno no metiase ebetumi akọ ye friend say insurance at the bobo cars. You can use the insurance to make money from them. You can use the VAT to travel car. All avenues. You can
problem make money. Say
is the
private person
exactly. This
now only take about 80% of not 20 no.
Why should be a non-profit making venture? Say what the betum say obi be profit. They will make money out of us. Government which GA tour. Into work rasan fidie ne bra na fa mankrofo a say de be adwuma. Na a private person be enkofa making money. Abroad we don't use those things say they making money. It's a non-profit making system. Into that is what I suggest. Now honorable can about lighting. What do you hear? My young farmer private person must to in kasi akasie nyina amra besi ha. You would see say beba betra ha kan say na towing car say the ba bebrebe ko ho faso ne say accident the cost wasi yen koto car no wo be frɛ obi car ne be si ho for weeks next isi ho na omunkoto ye we know ourselves your culture of maintenance need the way ye no ma no what we need is ye be bie ya kwantempon mu akese pa na reckless driving so ye make sure say ye be reduce no we mu na be save ye na say obegi tax ye betu ya wo na so be
Asani, are you in a way suggesting that see boy kwanu mu na se kwanu ya kese accident oba kwanu da there is no need they will go to cars now
you see they will tow it and to them because ban enkramra so ye bie mu na se wo finkra ha ekokuma ase now you have clear 2 lanes and as a 3 lanes se car kese ba ko SAC ekwane ba ko so wa you have a lot of other ways to maneuver rather than say American tenter because a kwane ye way ko way ban ntino wo be kwa share car say ye nyina ye tu kwan a ye pese ye tu mika kakra ye de be du entem in that manner no enema accident ne ba this ekwa ne ye mienu miensa na se ekọ eba se car kese say kwan so a the possibility says 11% you be reduce no it's about 98%. I am not saying the tolling system is bad, but don't give it to a private person to make money.
You see, that's why we are saying that they should review it.
I think we are speaking the same thing. We are speaking the same thing because engagement
the percentage
engagement kasana ye kanu adwena ye kyerɛkyerɛ nyano all these things will coming up. They eventually will save it and we'll look at the best out of it. But let me tell you, Komna, experience I catch and say, regardless of how best we do our roads, accident Bekoswa.
Of course.
Yes.
Accident Bekoswa. It will still continue to go, but because the character and the behavior of our drivers
exactly
will not change.
Yes, so we will reduce this 11% by opening up our roads.
Sabi. Ejakobla. Yes, it's a quani nya driver for no omusu de. Omuto omobase. But accident ba more so yes kwano.
I because some research which say 87% of accidents
it's because of good roads.
Kwani ye na yen suban
drivers no su ni
suban na makwahia no.
And the member
interesting discussion
ye fidie modia for mo ye ade toto. You will see a bomb basso.
Anyway,
Despite group, Muko other platforms like Oman FM, Drivers Forum, Muko Multimedia, they have used their platform to advocate for good driving on our roads. The best driver you'll be a good speed.
No.
They are all respecting all the regulations. And what kind of one? What does it mean?
Okay.
Good. Me come anymore. Say you can't unemployment. Unemployment. A serious national security threat. And Jabembia na uba bemwa. Was said yen say ubeshe say ejuma bebe krum na emrantia na ewie school no mo korombo ne nyano. The discussion is captured on page 3 of the Daily Graphic. Unemployment biggest challenge. My lecturer on labor economics. Dr. Anthony Yabang, Secretary General of the TUC. Na omoye forum bia na odibe tu dwase. E was say aban ehwe na on review Youth Employment Agency any nation builders call arrangement because you buy and you say look enimani me ya no e was say ye bibia to absorb graduate here ebe because JDM abreso no na ye was say be a graduate unemployment association which was a big challenge. Unemployed Association of Ghana.
That was not a patron.
Seriously.
A patron.
He was. Oh, would you obey? Ninko for tatanwa and he said no. In the interim, there was here BB. Na yen shokwan ye be faswa. Ye tumi so ade ya no. Na yen pe long term arrangement. And intina nation builders call no e buy any napko no. At least yen hwe I mean ye be kugodo wom kakra. Na with ye will exit. I think 2-3 years. Na woko. By that time no disbelieve say obenye adwuma bi papa bi wo baby na wo from na woko. Then we are employing the public sector na ade nyina na edihihye and all that.
Sana ko no first year no yet is some for nipa 100,000. Okay. And after 100,000 no do don't be na mafesan say persistently no discussions na kwa say ye share na kwa say for nipa 100,000 as we speak no do saying 100,000 echi no
apart from the first 100,000 mean to say
yes
first 100,000 no more no you know
to be for Abranche bi kura sane message en ranajo and one we discussion late night discussion no say good evening Jakwabra, can I have your permission to call you tomorrow? That is today. This is a PRO coalition of NAPCO trainees. I can so be from Sonia from T so we share me no pay ya. Please kindly send your submissions here so that you need
me get tum say on market to be akekem. But definitely you be tia sabi adwumafun sabi ahwefo I said the audit fee. Who call back na wo ba na wo say sefen and grafo say sefen e chire ti say e chire ye say be wa ko ye juma kakra akotua de abambe tuaka I came 2-3 months or 4 months na de ade but ye best finance minister sa eska na nkofo ye ma no ehia no ye mbomodi ana ye be release de ma ho enti Secretary General of TUC or Kasano or can say abain 1DYF no dia bano e idea e very positive na wo hwe e wo ha mami kan e wo no emfama hwefo na I quote it said the most effective way of curing joblessness on a sustainable basis should be through the private sector and call on government to strengthen the one district one factory program as part of the growing and strengthening the private sector. And you know, President Akufo-Addo me born abaso no because many who can say our central region second day of the defense saying the jumana or yeto no all over ching all over the regions. I can the central Volta Greater Accra and I think the fourth region. I was so called. Now every region be or be called me buano. 275 and answer then districts further days you know after now you want 107 at least there's something to show yeah say idea ye emfaso e was so pa e be na president or commission factors you know na JDM so e na me no or tutu bomb e ka kire ye say yisi e wi 1 million votes e dia ma ye fe ni saying MPP soldier for the two e si yisi for so some tiny victory no enfama MPP kasa we nye kasa eye fe ye ma okwan ma wo court so wo nyina so bia anga wo se wo court no e wo se wo danedi wo ni pink sheet wo ni faso bia na wo du ba bia na wo tutu ayampan na wo tutu ayampan sane yare enti me kan we e dia commend the TUC Secretary General and the entire TUC say the arrangement of the policy of 1DYF no ejakobra
yes sir
it is a paradigm shift of eminana President Kuma Adekye Ghana Industrial Holding Company edibaye who share Giok nduma biebie because of successive governments yantima hweso because abadwuma fo no management style any typology no entanko yi edwuma nyina egu dudu na say under President Akufo-Addo o se mimi policy dey meta private sector dey chi because they be a kase they are the engine of growth they are the vehicle of growth na se yetan ochi a e be boa yi bebre enum faso any idea na use for e boa ma baso no oka we no when we ho oka me you see we expect the 2022 budget to address the problems that inhibits the expansion of the private sector in the most aggressive way. The government must continue to facilitate concessionary loans for business expansion. And then so we are. Yema enye greenfield 1D1F. Ye sure you money be a akọ form. That's an hold in the form a bank amount a tour everything loan. Busia nan say yete Dakun Farms 22.1 million Ghana cedis. Ah ye de ko shemu. Wo ko Takwa there's a new rubber factory about $96 million through Exit Bank. Ah ye de ko shemu eboa ma ejuma no eko. Edu na tisu Esha Bank and I say it is not only on the green field. So after na woko pesa say na we see factory. But we share factory be a war and na 100 conform. Now they make a formal application. Na zabani trade chile no say adi woko yi enya so so emfaso baso and you say obawa. It was say bibia ho de emfanhyem. Eno ne bema nduma no aban krom bebre. Na mabunu so heden na omanye djuma no bi edi aye. Enti ye besere TUC ideas on my bay ebeboa. Okay. I'm a product of the TUC. Okay. Me started me politics from TUC. From Industrial and Commercial Workers Union and the TUC itself. But me say TUC for in as much as completely a buying say juma private sector no. The TUC can also do same. Who call Israel? Their union is called Histadrut. Juma can see banks, factories, industries say bebre. TUC so e mamo kwan. Musu be juma ni bi. To complement the efforts of a buying a humana or you know, my one
reservation about some TUC Canina at but me Casa at appropriate time on say, one bemu, me better now, Miss Macadipa. As I say, Casa no do baby. ana a dose to
yeah
yepe action
yes
TUC na kasa nso mo problems akese bebre wo because workers are suffering nyema be no mo ye de fa ho ni nyina ye nse bi ese hwe na account ti bani unemployment nsem ya na fe yenko
ijakuma amedase na honorable maso I'm a product of MDU na TUC nyina because my industrial area it's industrial commercial union na moka ho
MDU
no MDU maritime
yeah
my adwuma so port actually Atlantic Port Services
okay
yes yes
are you related to him
oh of course
okay
you know ya adwuma na actually it's MDU na TUC yen any but you see honorable anobe ma miraho kakra
adan chief
baby honorable employment say unemployment say me no do ko fa JDM
na employment ayi na mo buy
yampia
mo we dey say employment ayi na mo buy
JD bojo a onya butenete
eduma ben na mo kreti
hey nya butenete odu ko fa
JDM aprobo
yampia de we wi na de
na onka ya
eka MP3 a eka nyi ba offer na MP3 a not we tokwa papa Tamahabo, once police station, won't keep ballot box, one can ye, will or not way. No say JDM IMPia. Na honorable
invitation to Twitter.
Oh, honorable. Honorable,
many the whole gani
with them under. And then you no see all can was a subo.
When you know, so be a
JM
the fat at all. Won't catch
Missy JM the under into honorable say if she be feedback and I be able to draw a nyabutero unia JM no do. Na mesma is a politics they try the bata no hon ombwa. E Jacob na. Unemployment. Hey. That was a NABCO no fahin ko see na. Be a very good question. TUC fu once a man working. What's the unemployment or your biggest challenge? Or you true and or you true? Now no so factory no me factory na foforo na dako farms here mo wo ho dada. Hey. And then a man na ever commander sugar factory no asemo. On a board of an advisor of presidency because one go bobo Ghana pa. How many years in MPP about office? Which are 4 years. The second term, you could be 1 year. Was the presidency do?
Yeah.
And then we'll be on the factory for on cheddar and ye in a yen so that down in fear. That down near ye see what now will be. Say once we will soon now 1 year. Nanka 4 years ya 1 year. Dako farms na one district one factory oh ye all boy. Say I dream papa wo Tima papa wo ye man for no in ye she kwana ye ba fada ye ba bua no nye de sebi nada nanda brabana kuhia saka menyuka se ba na wi nanka odedam factory no re adwuma imorboa unemployment a all kodo o maimi honorable kaka about unemployed graduate association eja aja kura odi NDC nya 2016 in spite of Juma who aye project aye in Juma aye Shakra Hayela Digital Center in ne koho na hwe nyimpa wonya ho mfaso businesses a wonya ho mfaso nkran hayara kona kowe across the friend and the district ICT centers I will see yensi wo friend and platform nkrofo won fado no fa promote won dwuma no won adwuma ko nyimpa wonya won adwuma worye enso no honorable titles no wonya nsam wo kind gu ye hu fi de unemployment ri kunyimpa the minti nwa wo pay graduate basa mo form unemployed graduate association so onye ho na wo form ya nkanda onye TUC no baka unemployment ama wona wo wie school a watch there it is about 400,000 new entrants they will finish by 4 years and they will also come out so association no onye politically made and they should be talking anka by now we be said that NABCO offer first 100,000 adam graduate employment na one graduate na no one was there NABCO mfa ho na won konko ye dwuma no won train ho ye ka ho asem wo so where you adwuma no dum pempen no bi a opportunities baba na we nya kwan we pie ho ma we rem na ho wo rem a na another set aba 4 years ni ye bi say first year of the second term na ye bi say and ye bi say right question there anyem biara say 100,000 no koe no 100,000 bi su de chiri 100,000 bi su de chiri a nka menyo ka say moti bia ye ntum nya nprekope na so nka adwuma no aye de wa ba fo mankrofo nya nda menyo ka say boy phone lines then one hour we nya adwuma one friend one kan one challenges in chewa ye ntum kasa wa ha because time and chiri de nyina aye de ma ho amambu na ye bunu yeah, it is not only about the LPG, NPP, NDC, intino, but na na babema, kwa ebe fado ebe kan obeye de. I said bin krofo wa adwin ba bo ho na wa to abamo onu pe no hia. Na say ye di no kwedi pa truth. E na ye di bo mana. Ejai, ye nyina nkasa ye nyim ne from the nkoma party NPP odi or the ba ben. And employment ejuma odama and opportunities are winya onya no employment na yede ma ye manfu enti no said them call out today no ba it is about time ahia nkasa nyina no ye betumi atene ho no yaka no kwar iba ejuma private business na why expansion now why you know into was a one district to have factory work and why you over 100 that expansion now why you know the eba measures now what to and how many people in that expansion now watch the why them factories in war head in kadam crop no be nyaho benefits are able to yaka statistics actually there them edwuma no ye di nyina no ye wonyimpa 100 ye wonyimpa 500 ye wonyimpa 1000 records ni I want to win nyaho fa so. We are just not being truthful to the people. And today, TUC or Kadamasema or today, no, we are someone here who said pressure when Juma dra them in Juman or Bahons who answer you. Usan and one what dano what the unions are now would wash and once more come.
My penny and another 2 coin equal 50 maintain or yeah or coal baby or Cassa or Cape Coast. Now or Kafa a commander sugar factory. He says something. I'll say President Akufo-Addo had described former President Mahama's strategy on how on the now defunct Commander Sugar Factory as one that depicts incompetence. According to the president, the desire of Mr. Mahama to put out factory before thinking of how to get raw materials to feed it lacked strategic and effective planning.
President Akufo-Addo has decided that he will take us for granted as a people. Same thing there. My brother, President Akufo-Addo, when he came into office, Oko first, Oko cut a sword, and Oko commission Oko inaugurated them one district, one factory project. It will confi. Oko cut a sword will confi. We taking over a year, 6 months, and sana Oko no wakoye. Factory now osihona never here no. Today we are being told there factory no had to reduce the production because market crowd no people nkofoko awonye bi because now they won enough raw materials now what the juma. Jakobra.
Yes sir.
President Akufo-Addo reckon there okanda masemia. Jakobra, that is not the true position. Ochede raw material ni abrobe I shouldn't would you how many months no or the
may share newspapers to be paper
I shouldn't would you how many months in a year do you away and President Mahama yen fund there for the purpose of this discussion you mean into monopol ono na sebi 1 year in the year President Akufo-Addo be ye do ahwe any year factory na nka 5 years away I shouldn't want to mean more factory no nye juma Cape Coast Nankasan, in Namen, see your crow. President Akufo-Addo call, Joe Akokatcher and there, a one cado busy harbor. Nalani site in Okado Bay. Videos to President, Vice President Baumia, Ojina podium door, Kade, Cape Coast, a Radinia coupon, 15 mantuma. In fact, Cape Coast, ye Bremo Harbor, ya Bremo Airport. Don't go there. You shouldn't try it. The dishonesty on the side of President Akufo-Addo is becoming too much. And the vice president is known as deceiving people. because ijina podium da nda menyu video ho the video what are we no masem you are saying it na president so ba wa ba be jino no anka nde ye ka de yanka de be habo ye ka de be landing site hey na say between President Akufo-Addo na Dr. Bawumia he say one engineer and these are issues ye fando ye bibi keke tra ni eja ho no akọ then one day onka ye tra them. That is why enye nyina ya man yofu ye nye opportunity na so to ho no re adwuma na adwuma ni nkoye ni e ka kire na wo hu ne onam de wo party e anyi power nti ye enemy na mo ye bete asopam na ye jai de ya fa Ghana fo ndomu enyim kwakwa se to dama to me set trap bi obi twa fa ho na se ato na akroma na che da afa na akroma na edi that kind of governance on man Ghana ina yetina ho ya yer kan toyin asemi hwe mesima hin na cheche ya adwenfa asudo no no obaboa a odi edwuma baba no no obaboa odi edwuma ba e ba na mo ni yeto afa ho
one of the newspapers kase me na mehwehwe obo say ayi ahwede a ye de be ma factory no is now being sold to
masa
apio distillers
you see factory na wo ye no oye hihye ni mesi mo che de esiche no chinchim wie kra na wo ba na wo friend and part of it oba enwo na wo ya apio no so no kra oye mfafo ma hon mo ba bafa oye ho hihye ya odo boa man finfin man tom commando to look them 24 million na or the abani access na what they shema outgrowers in wotu modua plantation o movie ya from commander at the bar potobio AK honade ana chede nkrofo obotu nwa ye farms in offer obotu mo da boa what are we talking about na say wodu ahwe impo na ansana ya hwere no bobo awie ansana ye be factory na dem ahwe no nsama wondua fofor ana factory no be adwuma for once they should spare us them nsem ya okay say nyahwe ama wa so amembo nkro no awukọ Cape Coast ana Central region entum manchre dem ndama ama yenyi ndama ama Commander Sugar Factory on your private own until they could feed juice oye obida abanhwe na onye sika na odikoye ewu oye Ghana yenza nti President Akufo-Addo badi na oye Ghana yenza ififi manto ho we joda man na President Bawumia ka chende ebesi habo na wo ba na se yanka de ebesi habo ebesi landing site na ewie na ka chende 2020 baka to sword na be airport engineer the next time Bawumia so ba obaka do airstrip no airport
okay me that say chief man me that say yanko nana ya so na yenhwe yaw unemployment sem aye kan no eduru baby obi nso beka say bi a minyai pa ka okay at appropriate time say issue ya na chief kan ke bitumi aka ho asempa na ya bo mampani abedi akiri Dr. Bawumia say do sika no ene say de mampani na don so sika no
so asem ne de ehumu
ye hwe na say bi akwa be mu na say bitumi abosa video na de mampani leadership jumedi a mampanya be de cheko kasaye be fa Cape Coast habo ho ene de mampanya na adon so koka ye enra no ye de tutu ana ka etumi ahwe nti ye hwe on employment no say producers be tumi abosa voice na
eja on say omo be sha ase no omo kan say they are both products of TUC no hunko na me a product of critical thinking and observation say about TUC in the first place, no. Have we ever had TUC in this country after the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah? TUC, prior TUC, that have the teeth to bite. We don't have it. And this is a non-starter. So unemployment, no. A ginseng. But me bahonum, I mean for menti be bitter. And right here, Accra had to folk a cobble ball. Liberal Party of Ghana, yes, your mobile. So mo weni e be yo mo adoye oh great now before that no so no ye de bi kakra ekoye anonom je kakra ne special eyes nsu bi na envelope kakra nya mencha de nso mo hye enti ya wada e bai adoye na ye kan se ye be yo mo ye be ye because ye bota ne say de $1 billion e be share sports in general na oko sehwe ho a Tano River ba bi e de dana nkola ni mo adware no ye basically sports swimming pools akese a for
the Olympics
yes na ye training club across the country, especially baby a poda yenim sem krofo nim dware na so yenya obi obekwa ko dware e Olympics nti ye no na Martin tewo shata wala asama nka se ba so ka
David ye man for publicity no akra
but I see a chino
ye man that unnecessary publicity no akra
na emra ene ne di unemployment ajakabra that be am try ha me say the government is the biggest spender. We have obligation. In fact, we are compelled to pay taxes to the government. Inti se abambi wom na se odene ho to se ono ankrankran dwuma ena obehye mu kena na omo afa nkofo a udi agro. Ubeye no na wo di afra de aban kasa so ye taxes na wo gye no wo so wo de beye bibi ye to o mamu hai sanka aban otiso ye tumi ye kasa state farm ba ko ni a ye kodunku ana yado a ye sebe abroben ko ana yado a aban nan kasa dia taxpayers ye na yatuatu asa ye fo we wa fa nkrofo adwuma o mo ye adwuma na ye exporter ebeboa ye ama ye reduce unemployment chance ye be wadare ho se ankra konjuma no se ufa ekunfi juice na wo se wa hye mukena se omonye omon produce a ye mbisi ye ho se nkrofo ahe na ekunfi juice ebefa of course honorable mention say 1D 1F no best 107 out of the 275 or so no aye operational yankan hu say ye ankrankro nyume wo hoda de ena aban aboa me discussion na sas kan e dia hyem no emfiri me ne wo bottom efiri ensim bank ena sas kan e dia mo no ska omoba betua eye loan nti aban no you cannot claim say wo ena wama omo eye adwuma of course you can say you led them to assess yes to assess the funds but in actual fact, in proper credit, you cannot take credit for it. Dako Farms has been Dako Farms for a very long time. Tobinco has been Tobinco for a very long time. Many other individual organizations have been organizations for a very long time. That's why group of companies. Omu wo dada. Nti se wo bada se ube fa kwan bi se oh ye betumi as abanya ka se munkoje bosia wo ha. Sa bosia na wo kire omo se omo kwagina nyese wo aban no wasi awase se omo antumi anya omo dwuma na mankoso a aban wo betua wo e omo ankasa omo ka a omo betua nti ye no untumi metaxi obi se da confirm scale de shame no ana se loan omo kwaje no wontumi ahwe so ye managu nti ye bejeje to ekotua momo no it is important say aban ankasa so behwe nyuma ono so be create na afa e friend say at unemployment so Commander Sugar Factory. Obi na see na operational. The videos are there. Everybody can search and get it. Say. Obi wana ejanko. Kwame Nkrumah.
No be there.
Say. Sata no ye makwanya. Industrial attachment. People were out there. Abrofo any ye before Ghana foi. Na obi akotwa ahwede no. E wo afuom ho. Here the feedi sa Commander Sugar Factory no. The videos are there. Pineapple na ye kane bi wo Ghana ha na ye yankasa ye tina pane sa no manoman tu na ne sa ya kane bibia na ye state but the government was at the same time na oboa ankwanku djuma amomakoso even though socialism and honorable majority leader yero chairman Sabonso olidi dialogue be on monetization of policies. Parliamentary Affairs Committee. How we can reduce that. That is a very daunting topic. Here discussing. No can say no government can be so centric. Now we will never also have a government or you so leftist. And we can never have a completely rightist government. So you blend. And now me know way. Say me challenge NPP say NDC a green book. Liberal Party you see buy a pink book. Inti green book na omaye say mo so mo ye blue book. Can you claim say Dako Farms, Tobinco a Kunfi juice. You bet me a list as factories that are under your care. Say you have produced them. No, they were in existence. Why is it that you can help these people to, as it were, access loans to revamp their businesses? Not Commander Sugar Factory that belongs to the state. You cannot. Taxpayers need about $35 million near the shade. I hear the idea. Mrahina edini. Ope say ye ndua hwere ye ngu ho ansa na yesi factory no time yesi starch factory no na banche na because by the time you basic factory na you na banche na bo asai because these are no buy a wudua enche na enyini enye thick ndua na enye ye friend say mahogany you understand ye wura John Boadu o gina simpie so ka kire say per the programs o modi gu akwam no omo aba ne ba mu a ye be important crofofia bonten e ma omo abaye adwuma wo man
oka no fantim o se be kra
yes aya na camera to say political parties no especially the two administrators I don't trust them so omo ba aba mu a na all the normal war manifesto and omo promises ni now omunya to aba no mo ya na so omo akoto dementia yare ato omo so say ye kai ye refi to the extent say some crofone see a craba no say see we even have a serious deficit NAPCO now also be 400,000 per stream no and we are not paying them crofone do we call tree planting and ye we are we because John reforestation or whatever it is ye me see we say ye tree omo ka na nti that is the more reason why the unemployment no cost in another breath Jacob na we are churning out students continuously every year. And we are not building infrastructure to, as it were, absorb them. We are not putting in place factories to absorb them. So one district, one factory, they cannot absorb the number, the teaming, students or more graduated to come and look, to join the unemployment system. That is why Kwame Nkrumah Nyansem can say, census, a banukra or share yemuno, yenkano. Na obi a wanya mfie num no ye make sure say ye be see enwuma agu atwen in the next 15 years our baba joining unemployment so the be oba straight into job. That is why at the time no now ye won krofofi amanone no mo baba ye adwuma organa you may say now the population was not endorsed but we see human manable population so we can even do better than Kwame Nkrumah because now technology exists to the extent see you bet to me agriculture you bet me revolutionizing no ama ye who say agriculture cost and na agriculture minister to me be can say next year energy ane beba and rechi ensu anto what is the government doing with our taxes in terms of ensuring say there's proper irrigation system
share and that question some can see menya this is from the Adekye PR for coalition of NAPCO trainees. That's more can you.
Or not send it or
frame no mekan was any bibi. Say our contract will end this month, October. But no official information has been issued to NAPCO trainees as to whether we are going home or to stay. We don't actually know when the career pathway transition process that was introduced by the government will take effect. We witnessed recruitment in the various institutions that NAPCO trainees were posted to, but model implementation partners do not consider us for permanent employment, but rather resort to fresh graduates outside the scheme to be employed permanently. Okay. We want to know from the government when NAPCO permanency he promised prior to 2020 election will take effect. Okay. Trainees are psychologically traumatized at the moment because it seems government does not want to reward the sacrifices we have made towards national development. We urge the media fraternity to add their voice to our plea for permanent employment in order that we will not be retrograded back to our unemployed state with all the experience we have acquired in our corporate environment within the 3 years period. Signed, the Adekye PR coalition of NAPCO trainees.
And a dahono NAPCO I will say they be reduce unemployment. All the facets of employment schemes now, more churning out policies, they are failing. And that is why we are saying, the Labour Party is suggesting, look, go into other state-owned enterprises, absorb most of these people. because the NAPCO cannot absorb all the people who are coming out with the free SHS and Rechi, finance minister. Obeka chere say omo fi abontre omo ba join on a job scheme omo nko bi omo ankasa omo adwuma na government payroll no ayema ma he fan ye kasa asem we kire nkrofo a wo kire I sat here and said say census aban bi any two administrators omo mu bi no ho the census adwuma in the sense that yes census na hwe baby obetumi divide the constituency way na what they are winning election or winning year period. Okay, you understand? Inti yen can't yen buy and to assume say unemployment no dachi ebedi aban binya na di aban binya nkasa aban ho na wonya yen nyina ye ka ho bi nti we are saying say aban ye sika bebrebe a ye tuama wo no fa bi ye mfuo. How is it possible say yanka say see ekwoba bosia na yeto ekoko omrekwa Cote d'Ivoire
aye question bi pa na my mind say baby sapa say enti koko ne ye kokoton no sika ne ye de den abusu bi afibia no I say yekopa bi say ansa ne aton koko
programming and they are happy it's in the paper say 850 million whatever hit
him say Wednesday na
what are we doing to ourselves
Grofu show programming pa o
share say bi
Molly Adabraka send the message just men kan show there. And I'm in Bissau there. Tama Kwame Nkrumah, oil do be system, oil refining. Na Ghana, I discover oil na. Obisu si there, was sending video there, ma of I say John, the year or what kind of them refer. Na them NAPCO initiative oil or forestry. Ma Obi crack or Kesson there, wafa na untu and Canada. You remember that video? Oh, it's sad.
And say na honorable Sabik General Gerard Idrisu say it was a disappointing statement from the finance minister. He could have said it in an appropriate way. If he really knows how Ghanaians are already disappointed in these hard times, he wouldn't have made that statement. Okay, naka okay be naka ya back to we no so can say that topic ni
na me perceive me
tell mama 2 minutes when pacho
seriously on the Cape Coast Harbour issue min kaida na mampenisun kai so be see Harbour Cape Coast
Prince obet me video na mama me video
no me send the video na
Ministry of Transport
I'm sending it for you
have misconstrued the landing site into
let me say you know the vice president is bigger than the
I don't need that video
transport
let me speak.
Okay
Wusha me what me hear deputy minister of transport sabe ni share evi fete
I've shared the video with them
Senya Breku Wuniba
I've shared it with Prince
Moure Central Region landing site be chere kra no na say president your commitment because of the relationship
with Kofi or promise
and the Kofi so before I was leaving now buying air pesca na wa share Kofi there na say but now you started breakwater development no ewo teshin ewo fete ewo senya Wuniba na nya nsha ase Moure disco any exam 6 Utase ni ahase no e wo ho I'm sure by this time all communim ayebesi landing site na landing site na ebesi no yaw ye wo baby ye be pam net no ye wo ice breaking factory kakra e wo ho ye wo dentistry crèche e wo ho mama no ye wo dwom e wo ho baby be say adbo motors na dade nyina no we are not going to do Harbour big time Harbour the only 2 harbours Jamestown and Elmina.
So the vice president
you understand no
Jamestown me come na me handing over site and the Chinese contractors no then Elmina me kai say you see be see Harbour ewo Cape Coast
at the appropriate time
the landing site I be can we no no that's what we're going to do
okay me afresh for madam mo hwe mo yeti vice president
manifesto launch
Dr. Mamadou Bawumia na some kan ye fa Cape Coast say Harbour say landing site no mo yeti.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbour in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between. People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
The first to launch na your man Penny Adekye, His Excellency Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, Ekanwasamu Cape Coast. I was there personally that day because cover at my United Television na man Penny Adekye. Ekasa say Cape Coast ye wa asempa, ye wa zepa and asempa zema won. On you then on there you be see harbor and airport brand new fufuro ezamahon. More kind
for the people of Central Region, Cape Coast for that matter, to know there. When I send Dama Commando, my General Secretary, na me party paying for what we there. May a one-man demonstration, the meeting may start by leaving the program. Oh, na me jama. Oh, please. In fact, I know. You let my bound record there.
Oh, this
on them deception. Honorable said that they never said so. He's a minister. And this and that, please. Respectful.
I do respect your opinion. I'll grant you, but not until
do it for me.
Now we met me. I am
please, just for my people.
I know.
For the people of Central Region, we will stand and fight for them here in Jacobi.
Minimum.
Honorable Akenya, why expose it? One man.
Now you percent. You hear the man paying the actually kind. Into man, you cook here in the
one task.
And I said the motto was Cape Coast Nsroma
na na mensan kasa minya kokodru no
really see and normal press conference am
next week epede na nyubiri motum abaka press conference for the first time am ba o nyubiri program ache but me rahu am the people of Central Region
and the na so person o sorry na
me mama pede mo sorry me ko onye there UTV nyame hira mo asema ye kan obedo ye betra ha na ye pedi egu obi ne hufi na mo oye mare hu se mi there if your minister deputy no wo na ma waka na is based on ejuma awaye enti no kware of ni ministry ho norka if the vice president nika say no do to go na kasa no kan or do to go the people of Cape Coast na fifi man to wa yin na ejo so na habo bagwaya obi a baba no ababo twu bi na we nya nam no ho mfa so na ehwasem o ka che ma yenya yije na felfu wo jijilem de na habolu bagwai da minti we nya yije na yenya ntase de krata wo ho na hihye wo ho no kra na onya habo asama na che de o mapen ina na bezechi we jijilem de wo badada hen na so wo badada hen na nde de masemi abotogwa onam ka ya ka press man won UTV so we magana fu na wiade fu nyina wa hwa oh eja kwabna na samodo vivi man to fu na menyi ho nam a na oda yewi meka won ho ne yedida me yewi oya sama
na amampenya be de chire kan se eye habo na fa ko wi se eye landing site
and the president ko F radio wo vivi man to osene or come and 15 man to fu nyina wa today one kada wo besi habo na landing site na was wo besi the same position na former deputy minister so okay say vice president okasa na etrusi no da vice president okasa na orihwe kratem or ye krate a wa twro enti dem krate no wo twro da dam bre no wo de weda da hen a e wo 15 man to ho another na ye ba baye abatu nsenseminti working yi man crofo to abama ho nyimde susu ampara president Akufo-Addo onye ho mfaso a presidential aba ye to nyimde nyimpa dodo woto aba the manner as much as I will lose even one parliamentary seat. Are you aware?
Say former president Mahama so can say politics no and talk akra na no kra akra na
Charlie onibrisem na America.
I'm so onibrisem na America no.
Former president Mahama one man back and chefin mantum na yanko to abaman talk akra na nyubri kakra.
Oh, that it was one of his statements to make here during his campaign.
I'm talking bet na ha na eka ompacho me ba bet na ha na eka okro kasa. Okay. Na ichie ho na rebo abadum de nyidi no. Na asemo today I will pray wo. Me feed them ka I politician crown. Ebe condemn the margin.
No. I'm only making an emphatic
me pacho honorable so kasem ti obi ansa be sorry sorry. No. It's sad.
Chief. Politics now, yeah.
No.
What? Maybe I can sleep. Now, I mean, this
senior man, pa.
Chief, I beg you. Chief, I mean, the pass MPP are buying a dada central region.
Jesus.
We appreciate the contribution and the role of central region in the total national envelope. You're sure, say the vice president might have slipped. Because that is what I think. Because mama examples of BBA na line from Keta. It was a back walk Keta. Uba Greater Accra, a Teshipe, and ye. Woko Central Regional, you were Fete, you were Senya, you were Winiba, you were Mori, I'm Freddy Mori, before Freddy Mori, but for Mori. Me one ye shots ye, I ye breakwater, a ye war. We are Jamestown, any Elmina, a home you know, any yesi harbor, a war. Once the first harbor of Greater Crown, na Jamestown. Ships no go so musa, ni akosi sabi de gumi de aba. Answer Dr. Kwame Nkrumah pass asia, obesi harbor no, and odibatama, and obesi war. And we free tema, we share the large concentration of fishing. We free tema. The next place is the central region, Elmina. But I think say or sleepy. The landing sites. In fact, me who was here na me who the president Kase. President with all due respect, Kase on Kaiser Obesi Abo. But landing is because of their year. Ewo Mowre, ewo Fete, ewo Senya, ewo Wilibada. I mean that was the picture. So not to show disrespect to the
I was expecting Honorable Minister first, Onankasa personally, would have even apologized through me to the people of Central.
I will do that.
I will do it. I will do it. Sabotage, please. Don't tell me I'm being mischievous and come and apologize.
Because the way you want to demonstrate, dramatize, you want to leave the show.
When you are talking, you see, honorable. May this cinema sorry corner why say honorable Kade emphatically. He was a former deputy minister, and he's telling me that nobody said so. I even said, "Oh, the minty night video, na miss my phone." And so, on Abanjinado, I don't want people to think that. Video here I don't want people to think the honorable Betna or Casa Tra. That's what I'm gonna say. It's new honorable new position. Next video here, wabo. Now honorable the brofo. Here, infantile by Cape Coast, brofa here can. When you be na honorable okano, there is a slip. Slip no ma me din abadi.
When na me di bisa ya na o ka be
bi na bisa. Nem na ni din onya abadi.
Bra na man penya be dey kasa we no. Enye se bia it was a manifesto launching program na okoka sa nti no se yehunu sa bren se landing site na mu no enye habo a ade na correction to me am.
I think page 80 of their manifesto right there anambwa. Check it.
Forgive me, but it couldn't have been a slip. And you are not from here. Manifesto launch. Apart from that, no, that particular statement referring to the harbor itself, no, is in page 160. Page 80.
160 rather.
Yeah, page 80. No, no, my president, no, and no review which gives the list of the landing sites. You understand? Inti na make can say. Come here to say manifesto no much and as a promises on the baby, no matter dementia. I refer ya na che so mo yire fi ana say president no ebia okenkan ye ba de yire fi and omo ye manifesto na they feel say the general public no kura yankasa so ye nkan nti ene ya beka mu nsem ato ya mamo the salient point no ma ye ba be ye na a free team the things are there written in ink nti it will be difficult for anybody to accept say don't forget airport no so no he denied it in their first term no when he was pushed as to when the airport was going to commence no almost one man promised airport it was another discussion those days but I had to say you refi na yen kan was so the two I mean very important projects and case of corner I want manifesto no almost one man promise yes
yeah share we
very strange
but he to start next year because feasibility is ongoing
airport
even in the daily graphic notes feasibility is ongoing in Pole also they will who so obey in between western and central and west honorable
I will appreciate government to reduce its salary to all those on its payroll, and in fact they should reverse the recent pay increment to government so that Ghanaians will feel relaxed a little.
Who is this?
I say Nana Dowa boss and so say you see I was working with one of the biggest private schools in my district and I left believing that the government will employ NAPCO trainees. Now NAPCO is ending this month and as a single mother and I'm also taking care of my family too. How do I survive knowing clear that my family were all NDC supporters? But based on NAPCO, I convinced them to vote for Nana. Not to talk about my 3-month arrears left to pay. Also, it's a shame we have to get a loan before we can buy our own cocoa. Doris, yeah. If you set up a business for your child and he or she have to take a loan always to continue the business, what will you take that child for? Visionless. Good morning, Jacob. I think it's about time government runs an entrepreneurial program in all universities and they should bridge the schools to the company so that students can. You see, I wish they may discuss this kind of entrepreneurial kind of things and the school can go there to learn before graduating. Eja akomufi abandoned road needs attention. Also the other about we akadi here no. Obedmensa Agbo or say Honorable Titus Glover must apologize to Ghanaians and viewers for trying to deceive us. Or say, hey, Vice President Penny, Eja please play the video again. More.
Graphic now, honorable CM page 16. No harbor, Pojote. As a Mohiam Bao, Nana Sabre Maguzata, Pocho, and a pay Nidima Michel. Also, when the president was reminded of the MPP's manifesto promise to construct a new harbor in Cape Coast, he pointed out that he never promised a new harbor for Cape Coast. Quote, I never said I was going to build a harbor in Cape Coast. I said I was going to build a landing site, he said. When he himself, and you know, like Honorable Titus was saying, the question to him is based on the fact that them as an so what kind, even a code to page in there. Oh, manifesto no muna ebe ye wo 50 man to man. It's the basic abo man. It's all man kadam. Say internet. Nanado danko akufado na wo control. Nka voice here boy wo back down. Na voice na ko suit the wakada obey landing site. Na eja baby ayeti asema ayeti hu. So ye dam not no nya asema o da apology ba no ya kaka bin sema. Now
he was misled.
Yeah, kokwa. Enti yeah kokwa there.
Yeah, kokwa.
Wan hwe ya bre no kwa ya be. Se no ndu agba ne sa. Enti no press conference na mo ye no.
Okay. Press conference na ye.
We dey be 2 minutes per.
Yeah, Jacob na or ye fuel. Jacob na sisi ayeti here ayeti ha nyina obi ato fuel. antofu akura bafo trotro na bafo taxi ntifu no obaka yakwabna fuel politics oshasi wo man onyende mananado danko akufado 6 December aye koto aba 7 December kra no or the year politics there won koto aba because fuel no bono NDC fu mesi ma won hu kra fan she bottom wama sebi ahochire na akosoro driver full bread taxi driver full bread obia yusufu egwadifu nyina wo bread ti won hwe ho na won konkoto aba e ga kwamna na menyo kase o man peyin o sha ase do ye na adwume abesi baby ma yewe within afi 10 Ghana cedis increment no aba beda fuel do na the margin na ye to ahoro nda da no meti the MPA was a wo yi 2B for 2 months right na wo yi ni 2 months na ya famra si ye yi to ye botum ye yi to na eni ye yi to no for 2 months na ye wie 2 months na it is to na sana ba the man na ye koto aba na covid ye was wa tunsu me plumber bi obe olusu ne bi la wo be na 4,000 dentra wo ka the su free water no hon ne ma me no na ji 2 man krofu bo bu ni trara say why calculation no the margin asana ba and we are saying that in the hwemesi mo man ni mu ayeden ya o man pen na ne pen fu wo gitum the minti why one calculation was say wo ba yi wo kan de atuwe fifu do for 2 months na won gina the margin do na onankasa ne campaign a odi ye ya ansa na 2016 Ghana fo ye na do moto abaman na okande o friend fu no bo ayeden onhwe ho no hu Ghana fo mobile Ghana fo won senti nti onye bibia de kasa no yende na mom onhwe ho na onteto to no do na petrol no mrefo ama ekrom wa ye mrel yen bom modin won hwe kon oba fada oba manage dollar no oja ma he the same vice president I hear in the video ochi dollar ko to sales odi key ma GP onyende dollar need that sell but me you can say wa bodam nam dando according to vice and dollar need the watching the deal and so between them in our eco market dollar so abodam nam chrome on the rise aye hu wi onye the margin nyina no nyensunsondo na petrol kosora ejei men na odigwa okono koto ni na mana petrol car mu na odigu ntansa na odibebe gwado ma yenye bi aton na nyama no wa akosoro se awa nkasa rekoto na abaton no car na ebefa na za koto na za ba abaton nti usu di be fi bro no de baba na ade no bo no ayede we du so na so man pen na na do danko akufado so onyenda da na no dada he na Ghana dana komado nankasa ne nsem okan ona ma ba fi internet nti tweet na naji nyina owo ho ne ye kan ye de manna onhwe no yiyi tu ni bi mfido onhwe no na lankasa show there was obotum we yi bi na mo obeyi na pe na here was obeyi ni 2 months there are other ones obotum wa consider na wa hwe kwa na obafada e be yi da maji e ma Ghana fo ye ho ayeden ahehe usande se Ghana fu ye hu ntoye ne hu hehe na sebi yentum ye nkomma wo man ma the president no di wo ye don fa so bia hye bi on hye da opa asem titru no wo
me da se chibani honorable Titus Glover you be tuma bibia fa ho
ne di kan mame fa a chopai e mashofo me kai se na me kai
okay o ka se na won kai
na me kai and yebo video na me kind e wo daily graphic na no say ya capture the vice president ni na de me gina na bibia na me ka say at the time na me deputy minister for transport no na aban vision no say we share the Atlantics all the coastal lines apofo no say no musi bre omo aboa eni omo canoes na de ebo na e say no the president vision is a minya landing site no na me mfa emboa me manfo any idea was I was say here back on Cape Coast sorry Kita ye back wo touch on the fete ye back e wo Senya ye back e wo Winiba ye ko Manford drama and so ye ko your shortcut no bi wo ho and Mowre but to disco any axim am wonya na ye landing breakwater na ye kwan ya ye gi nsuo no kwa na ye pia nsuo no na ya claiming asase no na ye sisi if any say landing size no e wo nyina no na e ade na ye wo. I suspect say with all due respect to people of the central region, that is what I think should have been done by way a overlook here. I so we are not trying to say yembu central region for and I say yembu militia we don't madaroma no fanche ewo ho na me come anymore in terms of fuel prices na kosoro and this via press conference MPP it's on record
on bojo I mark when you say intino ye fanche na ye di chawo wonder kasa another yemfa ma wo be ogwani na nche
mami ko benim na jada
oh yeah too few
obeto afi until the man
anti jawu mischief na wo ye wo
anti minja wasem mo kwai kono ko
anti NPP it's on record Jacob na
yes sir
say between 2017 and 2018 one of the budgets 17 different types of nuisance taxes ubekaya ye free ho said ye my dwadefo any Ghana mind timemfo ehun ahiha won kakra said ye bi sia den akoyi nimu edi ama wo nene wo hwe ene ayi wo hwe the history from 2009 up to 2008 sabre na abayin petrol no fixed prices of fuel prices but basa fe na subsidies na buying also the tia edima OMC na de na eko yeah ade na eye din edima no and the policy be by your friend deregulation I remember market forces are determining the fixing of the prices of this crude we share the the working market price of the exchange rate of the sika na de any tax component ye dey come and the man deregulation policy any dey kai and the end is if we address one as at 2009 na unit saying a liter tax was 8 pesos. Omo maso no omo free ono na increase I think 3 cities 20 pesos. We share the percentage terms are it was is over 300% or more. But you share ye billion so between 2017 up to the pempen so year woman is about 28% or little close to about 30%. Mintina enkase their ecosono e idea was say ye it is something that government is studying it. And the timemufo no kan nyina no otie di pa and engine I say for the first 2 months no yen share the impact of sa we na ye kan no na ye mfimfiri ho but come na was ye kan ye hu say ene ye nuanu when this phone kan say ene mo gibusu dodo na Ghana ha e kwan me so ne was ye cheche omai e ye tuo nkitinkitin ye twetwe nyina no ene ye de ye impundudwuma e de batimemufo momonya ho mfaso na yeyi we nyina di efiri ho a ehi ne ye kopesika di efiri edi be sempotuje di amaye enti wo yo fonsa no na wa hwe wonsa eja kobra edi minuan mo eti yai so muzi yeyi taxi nya efiri so a where are we going to generate the money to develop if any saying a kromo ha so clearly we need to look at both sides what you say fine ye be ye bi so obi ka say bust margins any other name, the finance minister, the energy minister, the understanding some of these things are share the impact of our people. Mama, at say, ye bida 17 different news and taxes, ye in every free. And now crowd car cry the back at so at the amount. Not be said and we are not oblivious to the fact that taxes na yedu kusuno amafo but government will study it and at appropriate time the fitting response will be given but for now no you see the next 2 months no ye dey free ho na ye ma munya ntase say under Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo he is very sensitive and he appreciate the concern
woman sam ayen san kutua bi o chire
and for now we are looking at 2 months ye dey free ho now me say wo you of fonsa na wa shonsa because he infa ne okenye sika dey free e dey chire o man no that way obeka cham say di fie na chi wodo e kwan nye na ye go ye kwan fama no na ni hunto ofa ni Land Cruiser no mfa so o kan sa
ya go bra ofunya abada o na
osoroboa
na 2016 no na mahama nisa no ye bela nisa
mystic wonder say it is agreeably clear that John Mahama is notion builder nation builder, and the corruption sensitive Nado is a nation wrecker. The economic hardship under the inept corrupt now we are not sure. Now I'll say please, teacher trainees allowance are still not paid. They promised us to pay before ending of September, but still we have not received any money. Please help us get our allowance. Teacher trainees are bleeding. Thomas Kojo Wusu case, I'll say I think to solve unemployment problem in Ghana, they must reduce the pension age to at least 50 years. So we the youth will be employed to take care of the old. Okay. Richie Kwame Tano say both NPP and NDC have nothing good to offer Ghana. Honorable Glover, you see yourself now. Indeed, the system is not working. Cry in Ghana. And Nyaga Timothy says, sir, these people should stop lying to us. The promise are in the right here in the manifesto. I just downloaded to confirm it. Okay, Nimba something say Ejakubina, we in Ghana we have problems with these two political parties, NDC, but MPP is far better than the NDC. Yeah,
that is why the Liberal Party
3 minutes in the uncle.
But I say Ejakubina, media Kamenko and can start two political parties way. Emma Ubia Mfa petroleum product and politics. Because the Liberal Party of Ghana buy now petroleum product in the best world market prices and your day a bear regulatory right? But the first time I hear news and stars as that brophone from the NPP quarters from the finance minister Yura Kenuforiata. Now what can I say or more promise say a friend is saying aboso kan for ne ho kika ho taxes on be ye free so ama mo ho aha na wo nyina ema as we speak no say we don't know but Jacob
yes
taxes say be a free a petroleum products so
2 months
na 2 months I am na say anya bia ye wo Syria ekom Syria ne friends rebels na ekom na mo say ceasefire na ebia UN for aduane nko ne no ma no ko wi a na mo sade ntoko na sie ni I just don't understand say who be yi taxes everywhere who say who yi for 2 months what is the reason for the 2 months or person who yi tax everywhere what is the reason
o se Ghana for bo ya ho be hin han
ndi after 2 months na are you okay we have had example la who say with nsu ache with electricity ache enya say ye de hye suma so kropo ne bayo we information minister be gina o man nyina nim ye nim ka kire ye se ade no say sanje because enya ade ye de che free me wa time amode ema no na mo de bo me hosa for hene mo commentators nyina across the country on every media house o mo de bo mo hosa for hene say NPP ni abanya o wotema ematemamfo na oba ye nsuo because of COVID-19 ye ho ye no o de nsuo ache o de electricity ache Minister of Information obeka asem no later on after omu fee say COVID no akofom kakra no onya effrontery onya sa akuduro no ebegina ye nim kakra say ye saage na mamo nyama adwe say ye de achem me pa omocho say so called tax nuisance tax na omo pese omo yi no say omo nim so omo ba be yi na omo de ba abem metaphors into the friend saying bibi huhu I'm yes even throughout the so-called 2 months no more chair na and your money more because me and Ajuma na same says maintain that set taxes let's say VAT we be VAT free ho 2 months no we sand aba e di empa na be yama tem ye for me it's a misplaced priority say who be here free ho na one em be bon nsem ma I don't get it. I cannot even expatiate on it more because menti ase say uyi for na bosum no mienu no twam a say ya okay but bosum mienu na chire no na say Ghana for say ya sika a betumi atua sa taxes nana to me it doesn't make sense to me it doesn't make sense to me ya Sani Atano tano na yetine en kano na me hwe obi message bi de ba na say you vote my Liberal Party of Ghana.
Sorry, so cry.
Eja Goran enyim le sugarcane or perishable
Sure, it is.
You know that?
Yes.
And he's president or here me man for ye pa. Na President Mahama ofri hoyi. No cross there we see roof and we see foundation. Obviously done on your perishable. And you know re done into father mangoes in compare apples. Now all this while ya abani bay a factory no ha won na was a reading you way. Ya go run say 6 months na you twa here. Say you do a here no you follow them 24 million now no hope then through parliament now where you want man ye na outgrowers ni do a here no. And campaigner he ni twa here.
Okay, try to be. Do
you know the dollars I had to crash sugar back from
bebre kwa. It's a monthly business.
When this cartel for no antin so na ade esi ho sa no. Omo esitire ba.
I know so be na omo play.
Yes,
sugar
yes.
Man pedicine ba na si omo start.
Na unim say
I say onu so akọ fa say ma ba.
Yes, it is true. Unim say bauxite
the sugar for
bauxite na your holy efi anaka first. Yeah, the factory. Honorable, please listen. Bauxite now your holy factory that they are so edible. Your friends at Haulage Association. They negotiate with the rail authorities. I didn't want to no more shutting it down.
Really?
Yes.
I confirm.
I'm not saying that the rail
of what?
What do you mean rail any juma?
Hey. And you are saying that no one that next year a best start
airport the airport the best shortcut no match
sorry
airport as someone say honorable Daniel ni Kwate Titus Glover former Tema East na Shebedwani enna meba enna enka deputy minister of transport also
movement of central region we send the message there demand apology from the government, the vice president, if indeed won't work there.
Me that say into the for the man na me kan wa ha. Ya wasani
listen na mo.
Perform betumi aboama o mampani.
Because titles there no.
I'm telling you.
Well, I don't know. Ebi na mampani be ba china yenim.
O mampani na ga ya sak.
Ya asanita no LPG organizer and afi Chief Bani deputy national organizer de ma ND Samayuku no. Mpemfui na ebaye ema yedi enkomo enede na message bi wana ka be me kan ansa na ya sorry now so me say etiti ya be say na obi say I should play the video again enti no producer say ho a ya monitor na ya sorry so Joe DSTV Okuma say good morning to you enti Prince so betumi abopa na fe yentie ne ya sorry so.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between people of Cape Coast. I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between
Ahani edi nkoma hwehwe ni nyina besi meda Chief Bani ase ya wasani atano meda wasesa so na honorable Daniel ni Kwate Titus Glove so meda wasese munya abre eba midin edi eja kwabena Joe wo DSTV Kumasi. Good morning once again Joe. And afi and then so former headmaster and current president Mobile Western Chapter, Mr. Kwame Mieza Eja. Happy birthday to you, sir. Nyakopon koso na wo nhyira wo pa. Ye ho ya no mo chena Adekye Nsroma besen aba yakramo adamu nyina sema mo ne hwe.